All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn, we are in LA. It is a city of champions. And man, tell you what, let's see if the Dodgers get it done. So that means we have to be joined by the special Lakers correspondent, Dr. Timothy J. Tinkle III, Esquire. Get your lobotomy and teeth cleaning 2-for-1 package. It's happening. My man's looking good. He's looking svelte because his team brought home their 17th franchise championship. JB is joining us live from the desert in the world's biggest meeting room for the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast. Follow us at JB and Benny Blue, jbandbennybluereview.com, past content, merch, all that shit. We're on all streaming platforms. Make sure to check us out on YouTube. Got new content, new reaction video that just dropped, more Hog Talk coming, of course, episode clips, all that fun stuff. So right now we got Timo. We're talking straight Lakers because they're coming fresh off the championship. I'm gonna put this to JB though first, because JB, you've been talking to our reviewers. You put up a great post on our IG at JB and Benny Blue. You were talking to the reviewers and you were asking them why they hate LeBron so much. What is in their heart about what is it about how people hate LeBron? And now he's got ring number 4. So now when you look at it after putting up that post just before they got it done, beating the Heat in 6 in the bubble, how are you perceiving where his legacy is at now and where he can be? So like where's the limit for LeBron in your eyes, JB?
Statistically, he's the 3rd best player that's ever played in the NBA, right? Hands down, there's no way around it. There's no other way to put it. All right, Snoop posted something the other day, which I thought was kind of dope. It was a picture of Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. They were all walking away from the camera, if you will, so you can see their back of their jerseys. And it had over Jordan the GOAT, it had the Mamba over Kobe, and it had the King over LeBron. And that's simply put, right? They're all great in their respective eras, and even though their eras overlapped, they're still all great in their respective eras. So you can't say he was better than him, and I don't even like talking like that, right? LeBron is probably real shit, and reviewers know I keep it all the way 100. He's probably the greatest talent that the NBA has ever seen. All right, and I'm talking about size, skill, ability, basketball IQ, right? You put him on your team, and your team instantly becomes better, period, right? And he's proven it, right? If him coming to the Lakers and everybody's like, well, he had AD. So Shaq had Kobe, right? Mike had Pip, right? Kobe had Shaq. Kobe had Paul Gasol, right? Kobe had Derek Fisher. Like, Jordan had Paxson, Jordan had, Steve Kerr. Like, let's keep it all the way a buck. Like, without those key role players, there would be no championship. There would be no rings with none of these guys, right? So the fact that LeBron got AD, right? He took his lumps the first season. He got his ass kicked, right? Everybody's like, oh, watch King, LeBron's done. No, he's not done, right? He was in the lab cooking up, you know what I'm saying? He had his fucking goggles on, you know what I'm saying? He had his smock on. He was in the lab cooking up. AD comes through, right? I don't give a damn what they say. Marcellus Wiley, I wish you quit being a hating little punk, bro. Like, hate don't look good on you, and I hope you see this podcast, because you my dude and I love you, but hate don't look good on you. So saying that the Lakers won 16 and a half championships, that's bullshit, because if your sorry-ass Clippers would have won, then it'd have been, oh, happy fucking day. Y'all have been the greatest thing since sliced bread, the kings of L.A., and all that shit. So we don't want to hear that shit either, right? Them boys fought their ass off. Shout out to the Miami Heat, because goddamn it, they went hard. I'm talking about as hard as you could possibly go. Shout out to Jimmy Buckets, man. Like, that dude literally poured his heart out, right, for the weeks and the days and the hours and the minutes that they was playing basketball in that small space in Orlando. And shout out to them. But yeah, man, LeBron, he's the 3rd best player the NBA has ever seen. All right, and I ain't even gonna go into statistics and all that shit, but you just have to pay homage to those that come before him. And again, they were all great in their respective eras. So my question is now, who's gonna trickle into LeBron's era and be that next guy? Because I don't see nobody in sight, right? Now that's anywhere near those 3, right? So yeah, stop hating on my dog LeBron. They can hate all they want. Hate don't look good on you. You know what I'm saying? it don't look good on you, period. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That man has done what he's done. He ain't asked for nothing. Let's not forget, and I like to remind people, this man stayed in Cleveland for 7 whole fucking years with no help, right? He took a bunch of cab drivers and motherfucking goddamn firemen to the motherfucking championship when he was a baby. You know what I'm saying? When he was a baby, he did that. He took him to a final. So the man that paid his dues, right? 4 rings in now, like he said. What do you got to say? What y'all got to say now, right? What's going to be the next stipulation that I have to meet, you know what I'm saying, to become great in you guys' eyes? You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be the GOAT. He said it on ESPN the other day, right? So y'all stop comparing me to Mike, right? Mike is my idol. Right? Like, stop doing that, please. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was classy not to even mention Kobe, because him and Kobe's relationship, it don't even need to be spoke about. You know what I'm saying? That was his big brother. He loved that dude. It was almost like a boy crush when he was around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, man, LeBron the dude, you can hate him all you want. Hate don't look good on you, and that's just is what it is.
Right. And Tim, we're glad that you're on, because as you know, I'm a Pistons fan, JB's a Suns fan. We both like LeBron. And, you know, me being friends with you for over 15 years, I know how much Kobe means to you. For the reviewers out there, make sure to run back our tribute episode to Kobe. That was the first time Tim was on. Great episode, widely listened to, and it was just a really good episode. It was very heartfelt. So, Tim, I mean, I got to be honest, like, in the conversation that we had when LeBron got there, as to now, obviously, you're definitely a Lakers fan, but I think your Kobe fandom supersedes you being a Lakers fan. Because I think, to be honest, I think if Kobe would have went to another organization, you would have followed him, and that's fine. You fuck with Kobe, and understandably so. And
just like I fuck with LeBron.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So I think when LeBron first signed with the Lakers, I think there was. I definitely wouldn't say you were hating by any means, but I think you were certainly skeptical. So compared to when LeBron first signed the Lakers to where we're at now with the next where
was
your mind at with LeBron and the Lakers?
You know, I think it's pretty interesting. You know, a lot of Laker fans can't separate themselves from the Kobe aspect of it. And Kobe was, you know, that'd be like, you know, me hating Kobe because I like Magic or something like that. That's just crazy. But there's just a lot of parts of LeBron's game that I think people overlook because he's so athletic. I think LeBron is probably the most athletic basketball player and maybe athlete ever. He just, I mean, 6'9", as fast as he is, I mean, the agility. He like JB said, his IQ is second to probably nobody ever. I mean, he can pretty much run back an entire game in his head, you know. But when he first got there, it was more people were saying, "Is he already the best Laker ever?" I just think people discount Kobe's legacy, and then so because they do that, it's hard for a lot of Laker fans to give LeBron his full what he's due, you know. And he's obviously the, you know, one of the best ever. I didn't like him when he came to LA, but now it's like now I can recognize, you know, recognize real, you know.
Word.
That's just the way that goes. And the thing is, I think LA is doing the same thing. I think LA is probably easing up on him and everything like that. But there are certain parts of his game that you cannot look past. That the greatest players that ever did not make these particular mistakes or act this particular way or things like that.
Yeah, and I think to your point, I think he even kind of acknowledged that when he was saying, "I want my damn respect too," in a lot of these interviews. I think he, like JB said, he paid his dues and learned how to be a champion. So he figured out, oh, okay, with a franchise like the Lakers, yeah, I'm coming in as one of the greatest players of all time, but in terms of this franchise specifically, I really have to become a Laker. Because, I mean, shit, even, and JB knows this even kind of being here a little bit from, you know, when you move back to the desert and so forth, it kind of felt like LeBron was like a brand of his own when he first got to the Lakers. It really didn't quite line up, especially the year where, you know, it's not his fault. He got hurt. They missed the playoffs. Magic Johnson does the whole "I ain't going to be here" press conference in the middle of the fucking arena. That was a weird year with everything that happened before they got Anthony Davis. So the brands didn't really line up. But I think now you've seen he's he's really he's like, okay, I'm a part of Laker Nation. I'm down with this franchise. I know the history. I want to be here. I want to win. As a Lakers fan, do you feel like that's the part that's clicking? Are you seeing that through Laker goggles? Tim, as for you.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, so do you feel like LeBron's brand and the Lakers brand, like, do you feel like he's now accepted and bought into, like, the Laker Nation at this point?
No.
No, even still with winning a ring?
No.
Why?
Because LeBron. Here's the thing. Everything that LeBron does and everything that he has done his entire career has been a carefully crafted story from him and, you know, and all his boys and stuff. So it's like, it's weird. It's a weird thing. I still feel like LeBron is LeBron. He's about LeBron. I think, like, he will throw somebody under the bus to make himself look good. And he's done that.
Yeah.
He's done that consistently his whole career.
Yeah, but you're talking about shit in his past. Has he done that recently?
Okay, who's he throwing under the bus to make himself look good? If you say Kyrie, then I'm gonna get off this phone right now, because Kyrie is a hoe and he's proven that shit over and over again. So when LeBron speaks about Kyrie, he's basically just trying to warn everybody, like, yo, y'all don't know what this dude is about, right? Like, so everybody think
David Blatt, and then it's always seemed to be his coach's issues, and you know, and he's complained about not having talent consistently, and had played with more Hall of Famers than Kobe or Jordan, or I think Magic might have him beat. That might be it.
Well, I mean, the only time he was complaining about not having talent when he was in Cleveland for 7 years. I would have been complaining about that.
He had two All-Stars.
Who?
You're talking about the second time around. You're talking about the last four.
Big Z? Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Mo Williams.
Oh my God, you're not even serious when you're saying this shit, dude. You're just trolling us at this point.
So look down. Big who and what? Bro, come on now. So
I'm just playing.
I get it. And a lot of you Laker fans are the same way, and I totally understand. Right? The man has took a back seat, man. Like he got the MVP. I get it, because he last game of the damn the game they won to win it. The man went crazy, right? So why wouldn't you give him the MVP? The man went completely berserk, bro. He had like fucking 35.
Maybe his best play. Maybe his best series of all time, like of his entire career. That's crazy. You're 17.
You know what I'm saying? You're 17, 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock what that man has done. So, yeah.
No, but
in this day and age, you have to be a brand. And it just so happens that he came to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying, after he was a made dude.
Yeah.
Right? So, it ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as throwing people on the bus, the man speaks his mind. Now, you can't fault him for speaking the truth, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, Kyrie tried to run up on him the last incident. Kyrie said some shit about him on the slick. He replied, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, as far as his teammates go, he ain't never said nothing about Vogel. Not one time.
You know, I think this is a good match. Because I think Vogel is he's smart.
Yeah. He let LeBron be the leader of that basketball team, but he still coached the basketball team. You can see the confidence that he exudes, like when they show him in a huddle, you know what I'm saying, and he's talking to his guys. He has control of that team. Like, he's not some little bitch boy that's just, you know what I'm saying, a face of the team. You know, I'm the head coach, he holds that title. He really takes the reins and says, nah, this is how we gonna do this. But with respect from his veteran players, like, you know what I'm saying? So him and LeBron have a respect factor, a mutual respect from each other, you know what I'm saying? Because Vogel's been in the game for quite a while. LeBron did what he's done. Now Vogel's a champion, you know what I'm saying, as a head coach. It's like, so they developed their relationship, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't like that in the beginning, right? Because LeBron's a strong basketball personality, right? Ask Tyronn Lue about shit, you know what I'm saying? But man gets results, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be a bit of an asshole, right? We saw the biggest asshole in sports that we all love, and most of us wear shoes to this day on The Last Dance. we saw the biggest asshole in sports, right? But he was that asshole because like he said, and it brought me to tears when he said it because I felt it as a professional athlete. Like, how many motherfuckers in the world have had to sacrifice any goddamn thing? You know what I'm saying? You probably ain't never won in shit. That's your issue. But see, this is the way I play. And if you didn't want to play like that, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? This is the way I did my thing. So yeah, you go deal with asshole. Kobe was labeled asshole. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was deemed a dickhead. Like,
oh yeah,
he was a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? LeBron has been called a dickhead. All of them want to play with LeBron. Like hell, they know. They want to play with him. They just ain't got the nuts. You know what I'm saying? To be under his wing. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna call you out on your shit. Kobe was the same way. And the originator, Jordan, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Magic and all them boys back in the day was like that too. You know what I'm saying? So you had to demand greatness. And I think that's all he does. He understands what it means to be great. Right. So he's going to demand it from the people that he plays with.
Right, exactly. And to you guys' point about Vogel is probably going to be arguably the best coach that he's played for up until this point. Spoelstra is probably a close second, but the reason why Vogel works so well with that team, he got this Lakers team to play defense at a high level, and that's why they won. You know what they can do offensively, but the Vogel is a defensive fucking mastermind. So he got them.
Right, and Benny, I didn't realize that. You know what I'm saying? Until like I was watching the last game. And one of the announcers was like, you know, Mark Jackson, you know, was like, you know, their defensive team is what they hang their hat on. I'm like, damn, you right. Because you think about the series versus Houston, right? Like game 3 versus Houston, man, they start that when that rotation started looking like a tornado, Houston couldn't do shit. And from there on, they got their ass whooped about 20, 30 points a damn game. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, defensively, man, they really left.
They put the clamps on, like, probably as good as any LeBron-led team that I've seen. And you know what's crazy is when you're talking LeBron now, it's like I don't think he's got to the point where he's a back-to-the-basket guy, like a lot of these older guards turn to.
Nah, he's still slashing.
And so it's like washed king. I don't think he's even hit that last section of his career yet. I don't think. I mean, I think we're realistically probably about 2 years away from that, and probably have about 4 years of good years after that. I mean, I think you're probably talking him. You're talking about him the way you're talking about Tom Brady, probably.
Yeah. I was about to say 40. I'm looking at the dude being 40 years old by the time he retires. So I'm like you, Tim. We're looking at a decline probably around 39. You know what I'm saying?
Which is kind of weird when you think about it. 17 years in, you're talking he's going to be in the league to maybe 22, 23 years, which would put him, I think, more than Robert Parrish, who is, I believe, the most of all time. I mean, eventually, even me, who's a LeBron hater, you just got to give him the respect because it's like, what? I mean, so what else does he have to do? He's going to grab every stat. He's going to grab everything. I mean, what else is there?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, to your point, like what JB and to a certain extent, you, Tim, what you were talking about with teammates, let's go into that because now they shuffled the deck. They sent all those young guys out there in that monster trade to get AD. They signed a lot of these guys. Pieces that people call ragtag, like Dwight Howard playing on a non-guaranteed contract and bringing fucking J.R. Smith after a fucking pint of Henny and fucking Dion Waiters.
Let me go through the unrestricted free agents quick.
Well, that's what we're about to do here right now. So I want to ask you about the rosters. So obviously you got LeBron. He's locked in. They got the option 21-22. Anthony Davis is going to opt out, and of course all he's doing is just going to re-sign for to get to Supermax later. Danny Green has got one more fucking brick. Danny Green's got one more year on the books. You got KCP with an option. Then you got Avery Bradley, JaVale McGee, Quinn Cook, Caruso all under the books. Dudley, Howard are free agents. Markieff Morris is a free agent. So are Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith. And then you got Rondo as an option. And then your boy, fucking Kuzma, has one play here. So Tim, you're the GM right now. Rob Pelinka, Fab Five, Go Blue. Sit down for a second. Tim, you're the GM. You're looking at this roster. What are you doing to keep it as a contender for next year?
I have to re-sign Rondo. I have to re-sign Dwight Howard. Yeah. That sounds weird, but he gave us some incredible minutes. You have to sign those two. If I'm the Lakers, I'm going like a package deal, and I'm trying to maybe even throw the house at Phoenix to try to get Devin Booker and go. Hey, go. I would try to go. Hey, I would try to go. I would try to go Kuzma, Danny Green, and anything that you want. We will give you the practice facilities. We don't even give a damn. Just give us Devin Booker and let us go. Let us go.
No, goddamn it, hell no.
But KCP played way better for us. Avery Bradley, you got to get rid of him. Caruso, I'm excited to see how he blossoms because he's just a scrap player, but he played big minutes for him. I mean,
yep.
I'm excited to see.
He gets down and dirty with the minutes he got. You got to respect that.
Yep, hell of a role player. Well, Tim, but before we get you out of here, let me when you're talking about ambitious trades, let me throw one that I'm glad that we didn't record yesterday, record today. That's starting to make its way around. Word on the street is they're trying to make it happen for CP3. He wants to be a Laker. He got screwed over by the commissioner the first time around, and they want him back. So is it Kuzma, Danny Green, and the Lakers first rounder for CP3? Because the Lakers have a lot of money coming off the books too.
Yeah,
CP3 is playing good ball, bro. And
he is, but he's 34, and his 34 is not LeBron's 36.
Yeah, but if they re-sign Rondo, that's some good minute sharing. And
I was thinking this morning. I heard this on the radio, and I was thinking about it. I think that as a team, you're going to be. I mean, your offense is going to be ran to perfectly. What about on defense, though? I mean, you're the reason why they won the title this year was not because of their offense. It was because they smothered the ball like few teams have in the last few years.
Right.
And yeah. I just lost track of what I was saying.
JB, what about you? Do you think they should make it happen for CP3?
Nope.
No.
He needs to stay right where the hell he's at. If it was me, you know what I'm saying, like somebody like Bill, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking for a younger, bigger body. Like Tim said, they did smother the ball, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking for a younger, bigger body. Leave Book the fuck alone. All right, he's here, and we're gonna keep him here. All right. But no, real shit though, like just being real about the situation, like guys like him, you know what I'm saying, like Bill. I think Bill would be a phenomenal fit for LA. You know what I'm saying? He's a 2, you know what I'm saying, that can run the 1, that can guard a 1 and 2 and a 3, you know what I'm saying? So you think about defense, perimeter defense, KCP definitely has to come back, right? He's probably one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And yeah, but they just have to get like another scorer for like when LeBron goes out the game and then AD can
what about like Joe Collins from Brooklyn?
Right. He's another good one, you know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking about guys that, you know what I'm saying, that can really scrap and play defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Bill, he's got an attitude problem, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to playing ball. Like he plays with a chip on his shoulder. I like Bill to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? And like he's not happy where he's at. He's been in Washington his whole career. He don't want to be out there no more. Like
if they could get a player like that guy Grant from Denver too, 6'8", long arms, like you said, just can score, can distribute, can make decisions. They gotta have, because Anthony Davis is great, but every game he's falling down, getting an injury and stuff like that. So you got to just at least give him some protection and not rely on him.
I think y'all should sign Twin back, man. I think y'all should sign Marquise back. You know what I'm saying? To at least a 1-year deal. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that attitude player. You know what I'm saying? Then he can knock down threes from anywhere on the floor, like anywhere on the arc. He can knock down threes. So and then defensively, he gonna give you effort. You know what I'm saying? He brings that attitude with him. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I think Twins are signed, and like they got to really find somebody, like you said, they got to find another skilled big man that can score for AD, and then they got to find another perimeter defender, you know what I'm saying, / scorer that can run the 1 and the 2.
Yep. Well, that means fucking the Kuzma train is leaving the station because that dude
he's up out of there.
Plenty of time to prove himself.
He's up out of there.
Oh, he already got his walking papers.
Trash.
They left him Boca Raton.
Do you think? Let me ask one question real quick. Do you guys think that Lakers are kicking themselves in the ass for getting rid of BI?
I was thinking about that the other day, and yes, I do. I think they are.
Who?
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
Oh, yeah. But at the same time, yeah, but no. You know what I'm saying? It's about, to me, Ingram gets a little lazy on the defensive end, and his attitude to me is, it's just, and plus, Ingram wants to be the man. Like, he's like Cameron said on Paying It Full. Half these boys just want to be the man just because Ingram wants to be the man, right? He just want to be the man, right? So his attitude is like, oh, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't got to play defense this time. Let me get the ball. I'm going to hustle down. Don't give me the ball. Let me score. Nah, bro. Like, defensively, they need, like, it's about attitude. They need motherfuckers like we just talked about, scrappy, and then they going to give it to you on the offensive side of the ball, too. Like, so, yeah, I think they did just fine getting rid of him. You know what I'm saying? He still ain't that dude. Even in New Orleans, he still ain't that dude. So,
yeah. Yeah, you're right. He's got some maturing to do. So I mean, look, the Lakers are prime. I'd say they're the favorites going into next year too. But they got to make some key moves. I mean, shit. The intriguing one is Danny Green at the trade deadline, because he's going to be on an expiring next year, and you just wonder, like Tim said, do they bring back White? I mean, Rondo's probably going to be a done deal. I don't see them, and KCP is the option. I think they're going to take. It's a player option. I think they'll take it. But I don't see Jared Dudley coming back. I don't see JR, Deion Waiters.
Avery Bradley.
Bradley, I don't know. I mean, because you can't really tell because he didn't play in the bubble. JaVale's going to be on an expiring. I don't know if they turn him into something. Quinn Cook.
I think you have to. I think, as crazy as it sounds, if you're the Lakers, you got to keep JaVale.
Just because he's good.
Because he's such a great teammate.
Yeah.
You got to keep him just on the strength of. You got to keep him just on the strength that he's there for defense, right? He can get rebounds. He's going to hustle. You know what I'm saying? He has a spark every once in a while offensively. But like I just spoke about, he's that gritty, going to defend, going to move. He's going to hustle. And then the motherfucker's 7 foot tall, so that don't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This team is kind of loaded on unathletic threes, so they got to kind of switch that up and like JB said, kind of get more dynamic fours, wing guys who can defend the wing and be playmakers. And if they do that, they're gonna be right back in contention. You know, so we'll see. All right, look, that's some Lakers talk. Shout out to the good doctor, Timothy J. Tinkle.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Of course, you'll be back on with us soon, especially if they do make some big trade plays. We'll be right back on. And hey, we got more of the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast coming up right after this break. So stick around, bitches.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Fam, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, episode 165 of the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast. Shout out to Dr. T for joining us, talking that Lakers talk. Make sure to run that back in case you missed anything. Follow us at JB and Benny Blue, JBandBennyBlueReview.com for all past episodes, content, and merch. Just uploaded a new Savage Peace Theater reaction video to our YouTube channel. Make sure to check that out. More Hog Talk coming. We're going to get into a specific, we'll call it loaf, as they say in football terms, that JB knows what I'm talking about from his game that I know is going to be covered in the next Hog Talk, so we'll get to that. Couple items of business in the football world. It's been a minute since we checked in on our For the People fantasy football NFL.com league, JB. Quaintly, hey, listen, man, we're 3-3. We're right in the middle of the mix. So we're 8. All about the Boyd. Shout out to our friends over there. They're 5-1. Base AZ, who we just beat, they are 5-1, followed by Five Fingers Equals Slap, Limitless KB, Bridges Brigade, Run Jimmy Run, People's Champ, and then us. We're on a 1-game winning streak. Things are looking up, damn it. We're looking up. We're not winning that last this year.
We're like the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? We're going to the Super Bowl, bitch.
Oh, we're gonna get to their sorry asses. And speaking of recapping records, you know that we make our Savage picks on IG Live. Make sure to tap in with us at JB and Benny Blue. But since we're here, let's check in on how we're doing after 6 weeks of foosball. And with the drum roll, please, my God, neither one of us wants to take the lead. We are 57-32-1 after 6 weeks.
Wow.
Savage picks. Crazy.
That's awesome, man. That just kind of shows, you know what I'm saying, that we're connected at the brain, you know what I'm saying, in certain aspects of life. You know what I'm saying? Great minds think alike is what they say.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And it's interesting because each week I notice this. You and I take at least one or two risks, and yet we both whiff on them. It's just different games. Like you'll pick someone, like you picked the Browns this past week, for example. They got their ass whipped. And then
I'll never pick them again. Look, and I'll never pick them again. Y'all have told y'all draws with me, Browns. I tried it. I said at the beginning of the season, Benny. Did I not say it? I said I'm off the Browns. I'm done with them. I'm not messing with them no more. Like, and I picked their punk ass.
Yeah.
They burned me.
Yeah. And on the flip side, I tried to pick the upward trajectory Panthers, your former employer, to beat the Bears, and for some reason the Bears just they just keep making it happen. They're undefeated. It's kind of wild to think about.
I think that was more so your NFC, you know what I'm saying, hate for the NFC North, you know what I'm saying, and the Bears. I know you can't stand the Bears, so you was like, you know what? Panthers. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was part of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to admit though, there's something that doesn't smell right about that fish when it comes to the Bears. Am I crazy? Like looking at their offense?
No, they are. What are they? 4-1?
No, they're 5-0 or 6-0, aren't they?
So,
am I crazy? Did they drop one? Because they beat the Bucks, did they not?
They beat. I don't know.
Take a look at this. Pulling up the standings right now. I'm like, are they undefeated? They're 5-1. So they lost to they lost to the Colts. Yeah, remember they lost to the Colts of all teams.
Right. Because I picked them to beat the Colts, I think. So
bingo.
Yeah. So I just that defense is playing lights out big time, and then they're keeping them in games, and then Nick Foles is just doing enough. Like that's pretty much been his whole life and career in the NFL. He's getting paid quite well to do just enough. So yeah, we're gonna see. But you know how it goes, man. You know, so there's a lot of teams that start off, you know, I say it all the time, you had a spark when you started, but now you're just garbage. We're going to see exactly how this is going to pan out, how it's going to play out. We'll see.
So, yeah, so it's interesting. And before we get into our squads, let's talk about quarterbacks real quick. So, right now, you've seen recently these past like 2-3 weeks, you've seen a lot of heat generated toward first it was like Jimmy G, and of course they're always finding a way to Baker, and both of them were hurt, and I think that they were put in the game. But at the same time, you got to wonder with like the Niners getting healthy again, and then with what Cleveland already has, like what are they in a tougher position than it seems to be, or is it really time to like reevaluate? Maybe not even more so with the Niners, but like with Baker. I mean, I know he's got the rib thing, but it's like you can't help but think there is limitations there.
We're not gonna sit back, Benny, and act like Baker Mayfield is just the guy, right? We all like Baker. He's cocky, you know what I'm saying? We like his attitude and all this other shit, but you know what I'm saying? At some point, you know what I'm saying, your ass has to be able to cash that check. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and he ain't really cashed that check yet. And I mean, time is running. I mean, you know, this NFL quarterbacks don't get a whole lot of time to try to get it right. I mean, some have. You know, Phillip Rivers been in the league for 18 years. So I mean, but others don't get that opportunity. So, and we know the Browns, man, they'll jump ship quick now. So,
yeah, and I don't know. Like you said, I like Baker. I think we both like Baker. I think that he is one of those guys that can thrive when things are going right around him. But then it also begs the question. I mean, look at the flip side of it, in almost kind of if they're going down, another team's going up. The Dolphins are 3-3, and then they put Tua in at the end of the game, which was cool. And then like Fitz was like hyped on the sideline, and then now he's like, damn, they kind of like, I didn't really see that coming. And they're going into a bye week, and then they got the Rams. So, like, I mean, just straight locker room wise, you're a team that can still contend for a playoff spot.
Right.
I get it. Like, I get it if they were 0-6 and like it's bye week, coach is gonna get fired, we got to switch it up. But what do you make of them pulling the trigger on Tua now? And you tweeted about this. You weren't really on it.
I don't like it. I don't like it right now. I feel like if you want to mix them in a little bit and let them get a couple snaps in there, like put a couple plays in for them like they're doing with Jalen Hurts over in Philly, right? You want to do some things like that, okay, that's fine. But to make him the starter against a defense like the Rams, right? Like, they the bad news bears, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of bad attitudes on that defense, and they're going to be trying to fuck Tua up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's there. Fitzmagic has been doing a great job of managing, and then playing a little bit above managing quarterback for them to win some games. I told you when we did the preview show that Miami's building something special over there. They are, right? You see that defense playing solid ball. You see them running the ball well. You know, the coach over there, man, he has a vision, and he's sticking with it, sticking to it, and it's showing. I don't think Tua is ready yet. I think Fitz needs to still be the starter. He's doing good. He's doing enough. And it's going to start paying dividends for them the more they fill each other out. You got to remember, viewers, that this is actually the second game of the season, if you want to be real. If you want to just be real, because the first four were basically preseason games, right? So we saw Seattle struggle, right? And had to come back and win one to stay undefeated, right? So the first four games is kind of like a wow factor where it's kind of like, man, I didn't know they was going to be that good. And the next thing you know, you're down by 20-something points, and then that team gets the victory. Because you, as the team that you're in, as a losing team, don't know yourself well enough to say, okay, we're going to do this and come back and win. So that's what we're seeing right now, reviews. We're seeing week 2, basically, right? And you see teams that are starting to really find themselves, and you're going to start to see next week, watch. Some of these teams that are undefeated ain't going to be undefeated no more, right? And then they're going to continue like I'm predicting it right now. At least one of these teams going to go on like a 3-game losing streak, right? And I don't want to say who it is, but I know it's about to roll off my tongue. And I know Samantha Thomas will kill me if I say this, right? But the Tennessee Titans, you can kind of expect them to go downhill a little bit, right? Eventually they're going to stop Henry. And then what you got? I mean, the kid number 11 is dynamic. He's good, but he's not that guy for real. You know what I'm saying? He's their guy, but I mean, can he beat double coverage? Can he get open when he wants to? Can he burn you down the field? He's not that guy. So, yeah, you can put it. Look, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. One of these undefeated teams is gonna go on about a 2 to 3 game losing streak. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just a quick final point on Tua. Like you said, because we're in this fucking crazy ass year where it's like 5 years slammed into one, people forget this kid. I know it seems like we look at time before Corona and after Corona. This kid just got drafted. He barely had a training camp, and if they did, it was all fucked up for everybody. And then, like you said, they didn't have a preseason, so they can't even at least get him like on field reps with like some of the ones. Now he's doing all that in practice, and again, it's like you said, like. Shit, JB, look at look at the NFC East. Some of these divisions really want to send a division winner to the playoffs with a 6-10 record. Are you telling me that the Dolphins are going to, at 3-3, like you said, with Brian Flores actually building something and them actually believing? Because listen, certain teams that are shitty, they're shitty, and we say this every year. They're shitty because there comes to a certain point where you literally see the lack of effort, a la the Cowboys. You see that with them. They're quitting on plays. The Dolphins aren't quitting on plays. Even the Giants, I predict the Giants are going to win this week. The Giants are sniffing a win, but they just haven't got one yet, where they're playing with effort. Whereas the Jets, oh my God, the Jets and the Cowboys, they're two teams that are guilty of taking off effort. So when you have a 3-3 team, why are you looking at them and saying, okay, let's put into it? However good and healthy Tua may be, like you said, Fitz has got it right now. And I mean, let's be honest. Fitz is the white Tyrod Taylor. He gets the raw deal. He does. When he gets on a roll, like, nope, that's it. We're pulling the plug. That's it. He's had it happen to him. He's played for fucking half the damn teams in the league. And don't get me wrong, gun to my head, Tyrod Taylor is a more talented quarterback than Fitzmagic. But Fitzmagic is a smart quarterback. I think Tyrod isn't smart. Yeah. But yeah,
that's what you got to say. And, you know, it ain't nothing about nothing. Fitz just gets it done, right? Yeah. Bottom line, point blank, period. Whereas Tyrod has had success, but he ain't had the success that Fitz has had, to be real, right? Because Fitz just gets it done. So I understand what you're saying, man, and like you're exactly correct, man. Like Tua, man, I don't know. I'm scared for that kid, to be honest with you. I'm scared for him. Really.
Yeah, because I mean, they still got to add around him on the offensive line. It's not like they have Laramie Tunsil anymore. And I mean, I'm just looking at the AFC standings right now. They're second in the East. Like, I know the Pats dealt with other COVID shit, and obviously we probably should have known better not having the week of practice. Broncos still are frisky on defense, and they get in there and they steal one. But looking at the rest of the shit, like you said, AFC South, your tighten-up Titans might go on a losing streak. The Colts are fucking up and down as shit. The Texans are 1-5. Then go to the West. Besides the Chiefs, everybody else is fucking coin flip. The Raiders are 3-2. I mean, there's seven spots in the playoffs. Right. Miami could get in there. So anyway, enough about all that shit. Let's get down and let's finish up with our spots, damn it, because that's what the people want to hear. Let's start with the Birdgang. So they beat the Cowboys on a fucking primetime game. I love it. JB, chef's kiss. Beating the Cowboys on a game where everybody's watching. Chef's kiss. Best shit, especially whooping them too. Not beating them, whooping them. They whooped them boys. Give me the assessment. I know you were happy. You got a fresh cut. You voted. You're in the game.
We out here, I'm a responsible adult. Okay, so check this out. First of all, ESPN, I want you bitch-ass motherfuckers to stop acting like the Cowboys is just all that and just say it. The Arizona Cardinals went there and whooped that ass. You steady trying to figure out what's wrong with the Cowboys. We whooped their ass. I don't give a fuck from the fucking coin flip to the last goddamn play of the game. We whooped that ass. So please stop making excuses for the Cowboys trying to figure out what's wrong with the Cowboys and start talking about what's right with the Arizona Cardinals, all right? So we're going to start off on defense. What did I say we need to happen on defense? It's two things that I said specifically that did happen. One of them made a huge impact in the game. What was that, Vinny?
Well, for one thing, adjusting coverage with what Vance Joseph was calling, and they definitely did that.
Yep.
And then
what else? The most important one, I think, is what I said. This one, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say pass rush, but yeah.
That. But number 32 has to be way more active in our defense, right? I said that when you did State of Birdgang 2 episodes ago. I said that he got busy and our defense got busy, right? He's the spark of our defense. Number 32 is, right? Buda Baker. He's the spark of our defense. A forced fumble, an interception, all right? The young man went crazy, tackling like a machine, but he does this every Sunday, right? I admit I wasn't sold on when we first drafted him, but man, that kid's coming into his own. I'm glad he's on our team. You was damn right. We did switch the covers up a little bit. We played some man, we played some zone, we played more zone, we played man, all right? Switching some coverages out, doing some disguising, beautiful. The D-line came to play, all right? Came to play. Shout out to Coach Buck. That D-line came to play. You understand me? They couldn't run the ball for shit. Zeke is a little hoe. I don't know what happened to him. Typical Ohio State cat.
Cough that thing up.
Typical Ohio State cat. You know what I'm saying? So he hoeing it. You know what I'm saying? He getting tried like a freak at a cup party. Andy Dalton. Oh, Andy Dalton. A lot of ESPN analysts were saying, basically without saying it, I can't wait to see what Andy Dalton does with all of these weapons. That's they a lot of them didn't never say it out loud. Actually those words, but they meant it in every little subliminal they tried to say. Yeah, we saw what Andy Dalton did with that offense. Not a damn thing. Our offense, I said it on the goddamn State of Birdgang, we have to be aggressive. And I said aggressive don't mean throwing the ball down the field 15 times.
Yeah, and
right?
Cutting the cute shit.
Right, we threw the ball down the field, I think, 4 times. Literally like down the field, like deep passes, right? One of them for Christian Kirk for an 80-yard.
He was his best friend that game. Christian Kirk was his best buddy.
That's them Texas A&M boys, baby. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that running Drake between the tackles, we saw King and Drake hit hard-nosed runs, man. Hard-nosed runs. It ain't always going to be a breakaway, but at the end of the game, when that defense started hitting you for 60, baby, you know what I'm saying, on a simple dive. Man, what's my man? Chase Edmonds. He played more, right? You have to put him in the pass game more, right? He's just that dynamic of a dude. He's got to play more, right? Our offense attacked, and last but not least, little man ran that damn ball. And I ain't talking about the sign run. He got in trouble. He took off running, right? You know what I'm saying? He took off running. Got that start. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mario Brothers, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and energy, man. We played with a lot of energy, man. It was just beautiful to watch. And it just made it sweeter because it was the Cowboys. And, man, it was phenomenal.
That shit. And you know what's funny when you talk about and reviewers, OG reviewers, we've been cutting promos on the alphabet shows since the beginning of this podcast, but it's especially hilarious when the NFL was really happy to put the Cowboys on primetime. When the Cowboys are down by 14 or more, what you start hearing, I don't care who the announcer is, I don't care, it doesn't matter. You start to hear the excuses from the announcers. And the biggest one that we heard, JB, I know your fucking ears perked up, is you heard a lot of excuses about the Cowboys offensive line. Oh, they're completely injury riddled and this, that, and the third. And yeah, those things are true and it has an effect, especially for someone like Andy Dalton, who is more of that prototypical, he needs things to work around him to be decent.
Right.
But prime example, shout out to our friends at D-Line Vids. I know you're going to be commenting on this on Hog Talk. When Zeke coughed it up either the second or third time, I think it was the second time when I think it was the left guard, if I'm not mistaken. I think rookie, he was second string coming in. He let off. He thought the play was over. Let off the block. Buddha sprints over to Zeke and pops the ball out.
Now, that was the left tackle.
That's effort.
Right. Yeah, that was the left tackle. So
yeah, left tackle.
Buddha blitz. You know what I'm saying? And the left tackle just kind of held him up like, I got your ass. Yep. Next thing you know, little Buddha took off. Boop, ball out. Cardinal ball. We scored on that. Right. So. Yeah, you got to finish to the whistle, O-lineman, right? Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And shit. I think both of our squads, in a way, were kind of the Spider-Man meme in a good way, because again, I think both of our teams really, really played to full potential. So we got the Jags by 18. I mean, the Jags are sorry, we understand this, but the good thing is,
win the game's supposed to win, bro. That's just how it goes. That's NFL. You win the games you're supposed to win.
Yeah. You play the schedule. So, but with us, I mean, listen, we're coming into this, and of course, everybody loves to fucking just waterboard my team. And you talk about the announcers just straight cutting promos and making excuses. Oh, they're 32nd and stopping the run, blah blah blah. Well, listen, we've been fucking plugging that hole, and we were smacking the living shit out of anybody that had the ball for the Jags. We were stopping the run. We were limiting mistakes, and Stafford was being Stafford and getting the ball around. Fucking DeAndre Swift broke a big one down the field. He got Kenny Galladay involved, getting people involved. Obviously, Adrian Peterson, 35, can still give you ones here and there, but Adrian Peterson was really setting it up for play action and for the deep, over the top. And I mean, look, JB, I mean, shit. Even looking at the line for next week, disrespectful again. I think they're giving it. We're at the Falcons. I think they're giving it 2.5 to the Falcons. Check this out. We just beat the Jags. Check out this schedule. People want to write us off. Talking about teams going on a losing streak and a win streak. Check out these next 5-6 games. At Falcons, Colts at home, at Vikings, at the Washington nameless football team, hosting the Washington nameless football team, at the Panthers, hosting the Texans, and then at the Bears. And then the first time around, we tricked it off against the Bears. DeAndre Swift, rookie, God bless him, dropped the game-winning touchdown. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me we're not going to be? We can't win? How many? Did I just count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Are you telling me we can't go 5, 6 out of 7?
Oh yeah.
Of those games?
Y'all can go 5 and 2 easy. 6 and 1. You know what I'm saying? If you're balling, you know what I'm saying. So it's love. You know what I'm saying? It's love. I'm anxious to see what these cats gonna do, man. This is but I knew it was gonna be an interesting season, right? Nobody looked at the season the way I looked at it, you know what I'm saying, by saying the first 4 games of preseason, and we really blowing smoke up a lot of people's asses right now. These undefeated teams, who'd have thunk Pittsburgh would be undefeated right now? Who'd have thunk the Titans to be undefeated right now? Seattle, you kind of like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We knew there was gonna be hell, but I mean, we didn't know it was gonna be this much hell. So, right. Yeah, it's gonna happen. One of these teams gonna go on a 2 or 3 game losing streak, right? And it's gonna be like, okay, well, what now? What? So, just know this: 97 teams are gonna make the playoffs this year, easy, right? Oh, yeah. I don't see it really being no 13, 14 win teams this year.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, look, it's easier to predict teams like the Titans starting hot because, a lot of what they have is already built in. Whereas like the Steelers, they were getting healthy. And of course, that kid that they drafted, they didn't know that's what they were going to have this early. Right. He's damn near becoming the #1 receiver. So, right. And then you look at the Seahawks, the Seahawks, I mean, look, come on, reviewers. You know we've had our words with AB's mental state. But shit, if he gets past the suspension, no other BS happens. If they fuck around and pick him up,
he is who he is.
He is who he is talent-wise. You can't take that away from him. So who knows what they're going to do? And then obviously the Cardinals. Cardinals have the Squawks next, correct?
Yeah.
Is that next game?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
At the crib. At the crib.
Right.
I might slide. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? This Sunday, I might slide.
Yeah. extra LA voice.
I might slide.
My slide could. All right, look. Make sure to tap in with us on IG Live for our Week 7 picks. JB, any quick final thoughts out there for the viewers before we get on up out of here, sir?
Man, you know, same thing, man. Spread love. Go vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, vote like your life depends on it, because it does, especially black people. You know what I'm saying? My man's in there, got the I voted sticker. Mine is on my cabinet in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I smacked it up there. Pow! Right? But yeah, go vote, man. Like, other than that, man, spread love. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here, you know what I'm saying, treating other people like you don't want to be treated. Live by the good book, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit. Continue to enjoy football. Shout out to the Lakers again. NBA champions, ain't no asterisk, you know what I'm saying? They are the NBA champions. They were dealt the hand they were dealt, and they came out victorious. So,
big go.
Shout out to them. Hey, you know, it's all love, man. Continue to holler at us on social media at JB and Benny Blue, on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with us on YouTube. New episodes coming out, you know what I'm saying? We got Hog Talk, we got Savage Peace Theater. Feel me? We got all that. Like, subscribe, do all that. You know we got y'all, man.
Yeah.
You know we got y'all.
Yep. Giving you that good dope on a consistent basis. And that's it. Episode 165, JB and Benny Blue Review.com, at JB and Benny Blue. And until next time, we out.
Holla.
Peace.